Hi everyone, this is just a random game room tour. So just wanted to see how this goes. So as we come in, first things first, we've got the Zelda wall scroll. We've got the Castlevania collector's editions. That is Castlevania for the PS3. All complete, everything in there. The limited run Castlevania Requiem. That looks so cool. The artwork on that, Symphony of the Night. Down here, got some random Xbox One games with my Greymon, me Pit Boy, Bubbleheads, the Collector's Tin. Then we've got my Mega Drive. So we've got this is a brilliant game. This is absolutely brilliant. So we've got some Jap Mega Drive, and then we've got PAL Mega Drive. These are all complete, which are really hard to find nowadays. For some reason, people just used to throw away the manuals, but I managed to get them all complete. Me Shadow, me Sonic with me small collection of Master System. I try to get Master System when I can, but most of the time they're not complete. And me blue spined Mega Drive. So that's like the first bit of the room. And then as you come around here, we've got, I call this Zelda Shrine. So we've got a Zelda poster that I think was in game to advertise Skyward Sword releasing. And then we've got the other Zelda bits. Now, this I'd never seen before. So we had this come out in the UK, which came with the Wii Remote and the soundtrack. But in France, they got a steelbook. So I saw this very, very cheap on Vinted. And I was like, yes, I need it. And it's all in French, but the game's in English. But I wanted it because it's a steelbook. And I never knew they did one. So that's so cool. We got the Hyrule Warriors Legends with the compass. Hyrule Warriors for the Wii U. That has its scarf in there. Majora's Mask with the Skull Kid. Me Game Boy Advance SP. Along with the Amiibos. This is so rare to get. I've tried looking this up for prices. Absolutely insane. Then down here we've got my big box Wii U, and it goes into then big box Wii, and then of course my favourite one, Fire Emblem Fates. Got a really good deal on that. Trade had a few vouchers. Found that in Camden in London, and I think I only paid a tenner for it. Yeah. Kid Icarus with Pit. Behind there, we've got some Japanese and American DS. I don't really collect for it, but there are just some games that never released here that I do really like this game. Such a great RPG, but just never came out here. Then I've got me 3DS. I do like the 3DS. I do like the 3DS. Some odd amiibos there, the wedding ones. And then behind them, we got my DS. Now, for someone who has a very large DS collection, I don't like the DS at all. I think when I was a kid, all I had was just Pokemon games. It's only recently now that I've started spreading out into other DS games, especially the Zelda games. I think they're awful. Then I've got my NES. I've only got a few unboxed ones, a few boxed. This is a very weird game. Don't judge me. It's a Fisher Price I Can Remember. It's like a puzzle game for toddlers. Uh, if I can get that back in, I'll get it back in there later. Right now we've got the NES console, which has the Mario Bros 3 in it. Mint. Never been opened. Got me Mario alarm clock that doesn't work, but I just like him because he's like really old looking. Like, look at him. What a goofball. So that's that shelf. And then at the top here, we've got a few Metroidy bits. Going along to the Donkey Kong bongos. Got a really good deal on them on Facebook Marketplace. I paid 80 for the two, and that one has never been opened because, oh, not going in focus, because he said that he already opened the bongos for that one. So I was like, oh, brilliant. Donkey Kong Bonanza amiibo with DK and his barrel. Then, of course, the Zelda Wii U console. Oh, I adore that. Got another really good deal on that as well. The guy was selling it and it didn't have all the cables. It was just the console and the gamepad and all the books and stuff, manuals. And I was like, yeah, I'll buy it off you because I've already got a Wii U. So I was just like, I'll just use my cables for that. It's only then a couple of days later he said, I found the cables for it. Do you want me to send them over to you for free? And I was like, okay. So that is now all fully complete. I think I only paid about 150 for it. Then I got my Wii U collection with, I've never seen it before. It's a cardboard sleeve version of Mario 3D World with the cat Mario with the furry tummy. Then I got my Wii stuff, got the gold wheel. Got some really cool Wii games here because there's a lot of shit on the Wii. And then behind here we've got a tin, Mario Galaxy 2, a complete copy of the Game Boy Player, a few odd Pokeballs there, some GameCube. I do like the GameCube. Of course, I've got the Zelda games for it, of course. Then down here we've got N64. As you can see, I've got Zelda Ocarina of Time, the Australian version, but you're going to see a really special one in a minute. So yeah, so we've got these all complete. Most of them are what I would call mint, but probably not like amazingly, but they're all in good condition. Now this one here, this is a really, really weird one. As you can see, it says for Hong Kong only. Now, Hong Kong back in the day was a PAL territory because it's part of the United Kingdom, but it plays on Japanese systems. So it's an English version that plays on a Japanese system. So weird. And I got a really good deal for that as well. Another good deal. It was in Battlesbridge in Nurbase. If anyone's been there before, definitely check it out if you have it. If you live near there, amazing store. They sell retro toys and retro games. They had that just thrown on the in the pile, and it was all crushed, and like someone had sat on it, and I was like, oh, I'll buy that, and I took it down. And they said it's not for sale, and I was like, well, why? And they was like, oh, because it goes with another console that they had there, but there wasn't another console. It was just sat there. So I was like, oh, okay. And I went back there every day asking the same question: how much, can I buy this? And then in the end, the guy got so fed up. It was like, look, if you pay eBay, I think it was like CX price for Ocarina of Time, you can have it. And I think at the time it was like 90 something, wasn't it? I can't remember, but that's what I got it for. Now, if you look online now, that goes for well over 300 for that version. So I am chuffed. So down here we've got the SNES. I love the SNES, my favourite retro system. So we've got them. Of course, I've got the big, my favourites point in the front. Because this is the artwork on them as well. And I've got more here. Got all the Donkey Kong country games, the trilogy. And then here we've got some more, a Spanish version of American Tail. Now, this game right here, Sailor Moon, and this one, Ardy Lightfoot, they're European, but they're not English. They didn't come out here in England. But, yeah, that I travelled all the way up to, there's a shop called Old School Gaming up in the north. I travelled all the way up there. Now, at the time, I lived in Essex. So, I travelled all the way up there in one day just to pick that one game up and then come back home. Like, my partner, she was not happy. Things we do for gaming, eh? Biker Mice from Mars, that is one of my favourite SNES games. I've got Hagane, that's a really, really heavy hitter. Now, like I say, these are all complete. All complete in box, manuals. Got all that lot there. Got more down here. Now, these are all like Capcom ones. That was a recent CEX roulette. That came from the Swansea store. So I've got all them. Got more. That's a game that my partner bought me for my birthday. And then down here we've got just some Super Famicom, because I have been to Japan 4 times. And when I do go out there, I do tend to pick up a lot of SNES. Got some random Mario Karts here. Let's get rid of them for a sec. So behind here, what we got? Looks like we've got the Fireman. We've got, I think that one there is a Disney game, a Mickey Mouse at Disneyland. Donald Duck, Area 88, I think that's called. Pac-Man, God knows what that's called. Cats Run, that's a little racing game, but like Mario Kart, but with real life K-cars. So it's got like Hondas and Toyotas. It's quite an interesting game, really. So yeah. Also there we got the big one, Kiki Kai Kai. That's Pocky and Rocky over here. So then down here we've got the Game Boy Advance, my GBA games, some Jap games. Now these aren't all of my Game Boy Advance games. As you'll see shortly, we've got heavy hitters somewhere else. So we've got all that. Then we've got my Donkey Kong Bonanza standee. Got a good deal on that on eBay, because I tried getting one of these from my local Argos during the time when they were out, and they just wouldn't give it to me. And I was like, oh, that's so annoying, because you just got to throw it away. But they just wouldn't give it to me. So I found one on eBay, I think for like 30 quid. And the guy said it's because it's damaged, and all it is like little bits there. But that's fine with me. So around here is all my Japanese Saturn. Got some really cool Saturn stuff here. Most of these are all shmups. I do have some odd games here. And then down there is my Wonder Swan. Got that from a good friend of mine, Steve from the Retro Hunter in Romford. Definitely check him out. Steve and Lucy, shout out. Got some Master System, Sega Master System, Sega Mega CD. I used to collect the Mega CD, but I stopped because the games are just rubbish for it. And yeah, but I just thought I'll keep these because they're cool. So we got K-On! Flying Squadron, Terminator, and that one there. Look at that. Look at the artwork on that. That's worth it just alone. That looks like a cover of like a metal band. So cool. And then in here, go in here. Sorry about my camera work. I've got some random like pins, Persona. Looks like a Final Fantasy and Kingdom Hearts. So yeah, I'll just keep some random pin badges. Because years ago, they used to give you a lot of pins for like pre-order bonuses, but you don't really get them now. So along here, we've got my PlayStation 1. All in alphabetical order. We've got some real big bangers in here, as you'll probably be able to see. These are all games that I've just accumulated over the time. Gaming Markets and CEX. None of these are like boot sale stuff. I just don't have the patience for boot sales, unfortunately. We've got some Sega Saturn, PAL Saturn. I don't have much. And then I've got some PSP. PS Vita. And my original PS1. Still got my original. And then over here I've got some Sega Dreamcast. Some honourable mentions from this collection is, where is it? Cannon Spike. This is a really rare game. I think this might be the rarest game on my in my collection for the Dreamcast. Either that or maybe JoJo. Or it could even be Skies of Arcadia. That is still sealed. I have a sealed Skies of Arcadia. Never going to open that. So that's why I want to get the GameCube version of that, so I can play it at least, because I've heard it's a really good game. So then over here we have the Glass Cabinet of Dreams. So at the top I have all my like Atlasy stuff. So I've got my 2 Catherines. I love Catherine. Brilliant game. Persona 5. Persona 3 Portable with all the collector's cards and everything in there. Persona 2. And then in here we've got the original Pokemon Heart Gold that I got from Hamley's Toys back in the day when it had a game. The Pokemon Special Edition Game Boy. A signed card there from Stuart Zagnett, the voice of Professor Oak. Me DS, me Zelda Game & Watch, me Pokemon Switch, the Pokemon Switch game, which does have a steelbook lurking behind. I think the steelbook is just literally what that is on the box. Then the next one, oh yeah, there's me Digivice. I found that in Japan. My game, another Game & Watch. I don't really collect them no more. I did, but I've stopped collecting them. Now these in here are like cardboard Nintendo. So we've got the Double Dash cardboard sleeve. I think that was HMV pre-order bonus. The 25th anniversary. A complete Metroid, Super Metroid box with the guide. The Zelda that my partner got me for Christmas one year, and Resident Evil 4 with Resident Evil Gaiden unboxed. And then I've got this that I think is really cool, which is the Smash Bros cardboard sleeve. And then here we've got 50 Cent, Panzer Dragoon, the Toy Story Kingdom Hearts figures, a signed comic. We got God of War, a complete version of Castlevania, a sealed collector's edition of Ratchet and Clank, and then in here we've got me Virtual Boy with just a few games there. And yes, I have got the Virtual Boy thing for the Switch pre-ordered, because I do love the Virtual Boy, even though it gives me headaches. So here we have like the Switch area. So we've got Fire Emblem with my Corrin statue. I think she's just absolutely amazing. Look, the detailing. Awesome. Xenoblade Chronicles Collector's Edition that came with a vinyl soundtrack. Bayonetta. I'm a big Bayonetta fan. Astral Chain, the NES World Championship. And then down here I've got my Switch games. Mainly all my shmups there, which I did have on my 360, but I sold all my 360 games to buy a Switch 2. So I thought I'd get rid of all my Xbox stuff because I don't really play the Xbox. I've always been Nintendo and Sony. As you can probably tell by my YouTube name, Nintendo. My Smash Bros. Ultimate Edition with two lonely Switch 2 games. I'm playing through that at the moment, Donkey Kong Bonanza. Yeah, I think it's a good game. It's good. It's not like amazing, but it's decent. It's a decent game. And then that's my Switch. I change that out whenever I'm playing Switch and Switch 2. And then I've got my collector's editions, more collector's editions. From Strictly Limited. The Sakyo collection, which has some really cool shmups. The Valis limited run. And Reignatus, which is like a love letter to Kingdom Hearts. Because, yeah, it's like it is very Kingdom Hearts 3-ish. My boxed SNES, or SNES Mini. NES Mini. I do have a Famicom Mini, but that's put away in a cupboard. Just because I don't have the room. My Mario Kart. If anybody who does watch this knows about these, I'd love to know the release year, because it's like on the back it's got like N64 art, but then the controller's a Game Boy Advance. It's like, what year is this? I've never seen one before. The only other one I've seen is a Donkey Kong one. And then here we've got me Mithra statue. The detailing on that figure is amazing. So here I've got my Switch 2, my purple N64. Got my Xbox. Is it the Xbox Series X? Xbox One X? I can never remember the bloody names for them. My Wii. And then I've got my TV. The Wii U. PS3. PS4. PS5. And that other white thing there is I think it's a 5 terabyte memory for the PS5. So I have no worries of running out of space. In here, I have just some random bits. This little console is called a Retro Freak. And it plays everything. It plays like SNES, Super Famicom, Mega Drive, Genesis, PC Engine, Game Boy Advance, Game Boy Color. It does it all. And it's just a Famicom, NES. It's great. So here, in this little drawer, we have all my handhelds. So I think in there is my PSP, which is the if I can get the thing open. Very hard doing this with one hand. But that, as you can see, it's me red PSP. That in here is my 3DS, my new 3DS with the Smash Brothers plates on. That in there is my Vita, my original Game Boy SP. That is my original, and it still works. And in there, I think, is my older DS Lite, which for some reason now doesn't play DS games. It won't play DS. So then above the TV, this is where I've got my big heavy hitting Game Boy games. So as you can tell, we've got all the Pokemons. Not all. I'm still after Leaf Green and Sapphire. We've got all that. Some of these games I've travelled all over the country to get. And then up above here is my Kingdom Hearts shrine, because I am a massive fan of Kingdom Hearts. It is my favourite series of all time, second to the Zelda series, of course. That there is a DS. My partner bought me this as a present once. Look at that. Just amazing. It's just the artwork on them all. That up there is it's a key to get inside your hotel room at Disneyland. See? Hotel Ambassador. We've got the vinyl collection there for the 20th anniversary, CD collections, the Kingdom Hearts concert program with the keychain. So then down here we've got a Smash Brothers poster. And then we've got all the Sony stuff. So we've got Ghost of Tsushima box that has like a mask in it, flags, another random took. The Days Gone figure. I didn't get the collector's edition, but I found the figure on its own. And because I love the game, I had to have it. Very like, it's a game that not people like back in the day. I remember seeing reviews to it and people were saying about how like bland it was and how basic it was. And when I played it, I loved it. I thought it was great. Goes to show you don't listen to reviewers. The Nier. Now that's a game that I don't like really. Nier. It's okay. I've played Nier. I played Nier Replicant, which is like, I think it's this one is Replicant because the other one is Gestalt, where you play as the old man on the PS3 and the 360. Didn't like it. Nier Automata. I don't like that game either. I love the character designs, don't get me wrong, but I just don't like the game. The Third Birthday. That's part of the Parasite Eve franchise. Got The Last of Us. That's another game I don't like, The Last of Us. But I just saw that and had to get it. Then here we've got the PS5. I don't have much of the PS5. Most of it there is all like Square Enix. Yes, I have Forspoken. I paid £9 for that in game, brand new. And I was like, yeah. Game, selling a game for less than a tenner. Definitely. So we've got all them. Metal Gear. Still haven't played that yet. Want to. Power Rangers. Just some random figures. Whoa. We got me Kingdom Hearts one there. Behind that, we've got some steelbooks. Not really like a collector for steelbooks, but if I do get them, I'll put them there. My PS4 collection, which I love the PS4. Some more steelbooks. Now, a steelbook that I had never seen before is this Assassin's Creed one. And it's that like famous bit of artwork where George Washington's crossing the Delaware River. I think it's the Delaware River. I think. Don't start spamming in the comments, please. That I got it wrong. But yeah, I've never seen that bit of artwork before. Down here we've got some PS3. I've never seen this steelbook before neither. PlayStation All Stars steelbook. I don't think it came out here in the UK. I think it because when I see them online, it's always from mainland Europe. Got a few more PS3. Then here we've got the Bayonetta PS3 collection. I know the PS3 version is not the desired version. And then just some random Japanese game. I think that's a shmup. And then down here we've got the PS2. So we've got the steelbook for The Godfather. Found in a CEX. Got some Japanese ones there. So yeah, got all them. And yeah, that is the room tour. So if you do come across this video, oh yeah, and I forgot as well, my Smash Bros amiibos. So I have every single one. That was a bit of a ball ache, especially back in the early days when they used to sell out with my really cool Smash poster. And I've also got like a Zelda thing there and a Kingdom Hearts clock that lights up. So yeah. So yeah, this is the games room. I hope you come across it and enjoy it. I hope it wasn't too cringe. This is my first ever time doing this. I hope to make more. If people do like these sort of videos from me, I will post more stuff. But yeah, we'll just say I'm just going to stick it out there on my channel and see how it goes. So hope you enjoyed. Look out for, I think my name on here is Nintendan. So that's probably what I'm going to go by now in the future, Nintendan. Like, subscribe, and hope to see you soon. Bye.